The technique for painting the body of the house depends upon the surface. If you're applying paint onto masonry or stucco, the technique is the same as an interior wall. Start at the top corner of the project area and cut in a 3 to 4 inch wide area around the perimeter with a brush. Smooth out the cut-in area by lightly brushing the tip of the bristles over the newly painted area to create a feathered edge. Place a loaded roller in the corner of your surface, approximately 3 to 4 inches away from the area you just cut in. Working in a 3x3 area, apply a W-shaped pattern towards the top of your wall or the section to be painted. The W should not be any wider than 1 arm length, which is typically 24 to 32 inches. Start filling in the width of the W pattern from the top to the bottom and continue until the area is completely covered. To paint siding, start in the top corner of the project. Cut in a 3 to 4 inch wide area around the perimeter with a brush, including any grooved or lapped areas. Smooth out the cut-in area by lightly brushing the tip of the bristles over the newly painted area to create a feathered edge. Then, place a loaded roller near one corner of your project, approximately 3 to 4 inches from where you cut in. Roll side to side or top to bottom, following the direction of the siding until complete. If you need to stop or break during your paint job, stop at a natural break in the siding, such as a corner or where the siding meets the window frame. Do not apply excessive pressure to a surface to try and squeeze more paint out. This can result in hard roller lines, drips, or sags. Instead, reload the roller as previously described. Let the tools do the work. Apply only enough pressure on the surface as necessary to deliver paint. As your project progresses, boxing or mixing your paint avoids slight color differences from can to can. When you're nearing the end of one container of paint, find a natural break in your project, such as a corner or the end of a section of trim. Open a second container and mix it into the paint from the first container. Stir well. This will ensure that minute color differences due to tinting will not be detectable in your finished project. Accidents sometimes happen. Clean spills and drips using a damp cloth and a little soap while the paint is still wet. If you have a drip on your painted surface that's still wet, you can feather it out using your brush or gently roll over the drip with your roller. If drips are dry, you may have to scrape the drip off and touch up the spot with fresh paint. Don't pull the drip. Instead, scrape and sand the area. Avoid leaving hard lines for touch-ups by feathering out the edges with a brush.